All right, rise and shine, everyone. Thank you for joining us here at 6:01. I'm Jason Hackett alongside Alicia Lewis.
Now, we're going to get back to that breaking news in just a moment. But first, we are counting down to the Twins' home opener today at Target Field. I love this day. Let's take a look at this countdown. 9 hours and 12 minutes until that first pitch. And we are getting you ready and pumped up for the big game today. So let's get out to meteorologist John Ziegler. You are live from the plaza. A big party unfolding behind you.
Oh, my gosh. I can barely hear you because we're rocking, is it Sugar Ray? It's Sugar Ray out here on the plaza right now. Plaza's just kicking off in a matter of moments, so if you guys can come down here, you can rock out to the DJ. You can get your free hot dog. I'm still waiting. We're 2 minutes delayed, but come on down to the plaza, get your free hot dog, and we're going to be out here through the 6 o'clock hour. As the sun rises, nothing better than a hot dog to kick off your morning for opening day. All right, let's get over to your weather. Now, temperatures are not warm. We're in the 30s. We had flurries out there, and in fact, the flurries have ended. If you live in Bemidji, you guys had 10 inches of snow to wake up to this morning. 10 inches? The most recent reports I have out of Brainerd is 6 to 9 inches. We'll wait to get the final totals out of Brainerd, but at least 6 in Brainerd. Now, temperature-wise today, it's not going to be warm. The flurries are pretty much done. If you're going outside, we're going to be dealing with the next 12 hours. We are going to see temperatures warm a little bit here, and we will see low 40s. Cloudy skies today, or at least mostly cloudy. There could be a few peaks of sunshine, but it's not going to be too bad if you're coming down to the game. But get a beanie. I actually got one of the Minnesota Twins beanies. First 10,000 fans are going to get a beanie. CC. Is the music distracting?
No, I feel like it's more distracting for you than us. We were jamming out. But breakfast on the plaza is always so much fun. I'm glad he's down there showing that off. All right, this is a live look here this morning at 394 headed toward downtown at Target Field down there as well. It's very quiet right now, but later on you'll want to add some extra time to your commute. All right, let's take a look at road conditions across the state. If you are north of St. Cloud, your commute is going to be pretty dicey. You're seeing partially covered, completely covered roads. I mean, this is even if you take 35 up toward Forest Lake or Wyoming, those areas, you'll want to add extra time to your commute. But if you're in the Twin Cities area, things much drier than yesterday morning. Seeing a lot of green on that map, a very dry commute. Haven't seen any crashes pop up this morning at 6:03. I'll keep checking the crash map every few minutes or so, but no need to add any extra time to your commute this morning.
All right, Cece, thank you very much. We are following breaking news right now. U.S. stock futures plummeting overnight in response to President Trump's new tariffs taking effect. The market's reacting to fears of a global trade war.
And while you were sleeping, the 25% tariff on all imported auto parts went into effect. Additionally, President Trump announcing a new 10% tariff on all countries and additional reciprocal tariffs on countries, or for countries rather, where the U.S. has a large trade deficit. According to White House officials, steeper tariffs will apply to about 60 countries, including several that you see right here on your screen. And Audrey Russo's at the live desk right now tracking your investments ahead of opening bell, which stock market opens here at 8:30 this morning.
Yeah, the market's still about 2 hours away from opening, but futures, from what we can see, are still tumbling in reaction to this announcement. You can see there's a lot of red over here. The Dow Jones down more than 1,000 points. President Trump promising that this will bring American jobs and factories, quote, roaring back. Now, here's what we know so far. A 10% tariff is the baseline. Some nations will face a customized reciprocal tariff, being charged half the rate those countries are currently charging the U.S. Now, this is in addition to that 25% tariff going into effect today on imported cars. President Trump says he's fulfilling a campaign promise, while Democrats are furious.
More production at home will mean stronger competition and lower prices for consumers.
This is not Liberation Day, it's Recession Day.
Our prices are not the only way you could feel the impact. Obviously, the markets can signal a lot. When I see you in 30 minutes, I'll break down 3 other ways the tariffs could affect you in the coming weeks and months. Jason and Alicia.
Thank you. We'll check back with you soon. Let's talk about the impacts, though, to our state and what we know at this hour this morning. Minnesota's Chamber of Commerce represents more than 6,300 companies of every sector across the state. The group's president says the businesses are assessing their supply chains and figuring out how best to move forward.
Let's say they need 100 different components to build a product. They'll look at which parts of those are now subject to restrictions. How does that affect their pricing structures? Do they have alternatives to those supply chains? We have amazing companies in Minnesota that are very innovative, very resilient.
And he's hoping this will lead to changes on a state level, from quicker permits to taxing structures to support Minnesota businesses.
We're also following breaking news out of Falcon Heights near the state fairgrounds. This morning, the area near Snelling and Arlington Avenue is back open after officers were blocking the area for several hours. This all started just before 7 last night and ended sometime after midnight. Right now, it's not exactly clear what happened out there, but we are working to learn more. We'll update you as soon as we hear back from police.
Also breaking this morning, millions across the Midwest and the South are under the threat of severe storms. In the last few hours, possible tornadoes have been reported in states like Missouri and Indiana. As you can see in this video, it's causing massive damage there. And several states are also about to get multiple days of nonstop rain, which could actually trigger generational flooding. Mace is joining us now with a closer look at what's happening south of us, Mace.
And look at all the severe weather reports from yesterday. Tornadoes, hail, and wind damage. Just the tornado reports, southern Wisconsin all the way down to Louisiana and through much of the Central Plains and right on through the Tennessee Valley. Today, this morning, several showers and thunderstorms, some severe into Texas. Even a tornado warning still at this hour in Kentucky. So another day of severe weather likely here across the midsection of the country, and flooding concerns as well. There was a high risk of severe weather yesterday. That has lowered to an enhanced risk, but it's still over the same areas. So we will be talking about more severe thunderstorms here right through the center of the country today. The bigger concern is flooding. Yesterday, it was a high risk of severe weather, as I mentioned. Today, it's a high risk of flooding. Memphis, Little Rock, on up to almost Louisville. So busy day again here across the Deep South.
A rough day for millions of folks out
Yes.
there. All right, Mace, thank you. As you wrap up your lunch break today, grocery store workers plan to meet in Edina for a protest. The UFCW 693 union members will be at Jerry's Food demanding more money, along with better health care and secure retirement. They'll be out there starting at 1:30.
Big congrats this morning to the Gophers women's basketball team, coming back home from Indy with a big trophy after winning the WBIT championship yesterday. It's the team's first postseason championship since 2012, and Coach Don Flitzowitz says that they're hoping this momentum can get them a spot in the big dance next season.